Quick take, OKC had a historic 51-point win over the Grizzlies in Game 1. Stephen A., will the Thunder have another blowout win tonight?
Will the Thunder have what tonight?
Another blowout win.
I think so.
Okay.
I just think they're a superior team. They've had Memphis's number. They've gone against them 5 times this year. They beat them each time by a minimum of 13 points. And I think Memphis needs to show some heart and fight, which I believe they will. After being seen laughing on the bench when they're down 50, they got to show some pride. And I think they will show that tonight, and there will be some fight. But ultimately, they are the inferior team, and I think that Oklahoma City will show them just that tonight.
All right, speaking of tonight, we've got 3 Game 2s. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus, go ahead. My apologies.
No, you're okay, Molly. I just want Memphis to show up. Like, I think OKC is the better team. I think they're more deeper. Memphis just, you know, for basketball's sake, like that first game was just, it just was bad, right? Like, you can lose. You cannot be well prepared. You can lose. But to lose by 50 points in the NBA playoffs is just, you know, as a player, as a former player, I can't respect that.
Shannon?
Yeah, I agree with Stephen A. Stephen A., I don't think they're going to get blown out. They're not going to lose by 51. Could I see a scenario they lose by 20? Yes, because OKC is that much better than the Grizzlies. That's what this is about. I don't care what they do. Ja can score 50. They're not beating OKC because they don't have enough.
All right, let's get into some of the other games, guys. 3 Game 2s on deck. Big implications. Giannis and the Bucks look to even the series against the Pacers. Damian Lillard will be playing. OKC aims for a 2-0 lead with the Grizzlies. And like we said, the Lakers trying to avoid going down 0-2 at home to the Timberwolves. Shannon, you're up first. Pick these games for me. Who do you have winning tonight?
I got Milwaukee with Damian Lillard winning tonight. I got OKC winning, and I got the Lakers winning because they can't afford to lose.
Shannon?
I'm going home and home and home. I think all the home teams going to win. I understand Damon's coming back, and that's going to give the Bucks some the totality of it. I think the totality of their team, the Pacers, I think they're very good. I think they're deeper than the Bucks, and I think that's their advantage. I think they win a close ball game. I think the Lakers win at home, and I think the OKC Thunder win by at least 20.
Marcus? Oh, Dame time. Going with the Bucks?
Dame time, baby. It's Dame time. Hey, when you talking like that, everybody know Dame Lillard is coming to play. They had some words back and forth, and I just think that Dame is just itching to get out there. I like Milwaukee with Dame. Giannis can play a little bit more freely. Other guys that play their role can play their role and not have to step into playing at an all-star level. I think Dame and I think Milwaukee Bucks take this one in Indiana, and I got to go with the other 2 home teams. I don't think that Memphis even have enough for OKC. I just want Memphis to fight. Like, I don't expect them to win. I just want them to fight. And then I just think the Lakers and LeBron James is going to have a really big game, as we've seen in the past, 29-2 after he loses his first game in the playoffs. So I'm going with the Lakers.
All right, gentlemen, enjoy the games. Have a wonderful day.
It's 38.5. You going more or less?
Over, because they're going to need it if they're going to win tonight. Got to go over.
LeBron going to have a big night, and we'll see if he's able to do it for them. So that's a more. Marcus, Luka Doncic, points plus assists tonight, more or less than 37.5. What do you think?
I'm going more. Luka is going to be dominant in this game. They understand that they need to get a win. Offensively, he's just getting to wherever he want to get. I think he's way over, to be honest.
Yes, I would say if he's under, then the Lakers are going home. He had 37 points alone the other night. Finally, Booze, Anthony Edwards, his total points tonight is 25.5. What do you think?
Going over. He had that last game. He's going to be even more aggressive in game 2.
Now, Anthony Edwards looking to give the Timberwolves a critical advantage in the series. So if you're riding with us tonight, we've made that into a parlay. You can bet it at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook with odds of plus 455. Look for the more or less featured parlay on the homepage and in the parlay lounge. So this might only be game 2 of the series, but Kendrick Perkins was on NBA Today yesterday saying the urgency level is high for LA.
The Lakers got to win. They're in a must-win situation game 2. Otherwise, they're going to get swept. And I wouldn't say that with that much confidence if Anthony Edwards wasn't on the other side. He's going to make you feel Payne any chance he get. You better win game 2.
I've kept D. Wood in this conversation because he is our resident Laker fan, knows that team as well as you can know it. Big Perk just said your season ends tonight if you lose. You buy it?
Yes, absolutely. Minnesota played with such a sense of urgency game 1. They were more physical. They got to all the loose balls. They got to the rack. They had wide open threes. I don't know, going into this game, and I always talk about, it should be the coach's job to make sure you guys are ready. It's the players that should make sure that they're ready to go on the court. Clearly, they were not ready. The Minnesota Timberwolves had their way, getting to the hole. That's why you saw so many uncontested three-pointers, and they made them. I don't expect Minnesota to make it at such a high clip, but if the Lakers don't increase their intensity, particularly on the defensive end, this thing could be over before we get going.
It was interesting, Booze. J.J. Redick sort of acknowledged in the media availability, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before that I saw it, that he said maybe during the week that they had off, they didn't work hard enough. They didn't practice hard enough. It was sort of an interesting admission by the coach that maybe he didn't really have them as ready as they needed to be. I don't know that I buy that. I mean, maybe he's just trying to take the heat off his players because at the end of the day, as D. Wood says, I mean, your season is on the line. Do you agree with that? Is the Lakers season on the line in game 2 tonight?
I do think that reflection is the mark of a good coach. I do think their season's on the line. If they go down 0-2 while there's 2 home games in LA going back to Minnesota with this team, it could be over. It could be over very quickly.
So, Marcus, who is the one person you were looking at tonight? Who is the one player who has to get it done for the Lakers to get back in this series?
I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say LeBron James. I just think he needs to be really assertive, miss or makes. I think he needs to get easy baskets. I think he just needs to assert his domination into this series. But I don't think if they go down 0-2, any team with LeBron James or Luka Doncic will have a chance, but they really do need this win tonight.
It is an interesting thing, Booze, because, you know, Luka got so hot in the first quarter. He had 16 points in the first quarter. Maybe LeBron was sort of sitting back and saying, all right, it's going to be his night offensively. What Marcus is saying is LeBron's got to say, it's my, no matter what else happens, I've got to be aggressive offensively tonight.
Yeah, LeBron can't have 0 points in the first quarter. That's a problem. I don't mind Luka being on fire. He's always on fire in the first half. We've seen that since he became a Laker. But LeBron can't have 0 points in the first quarter.
They got to find their way tonight. It is a critical game. In the meantime, we turn our attention to these quotes from yesterday. Nico Harrison, the much maligned, I don't know what you describe it, the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks who traded away Luka Doncic, and we've all seen the results. He had his end-of-season press conference yesterday. He was asked about the anger of the fan base and whether or not that has exceeded his expectations, and this was his answer.
I did know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level, but really the way we looked at it is, you know, if you're putting a team on the floor that's Kyrie, Clay, PJ, Anthony Davis, and Lively, we feel that's a championship caliber team, and we would have been winning at a high level, and that would have quieted some of the outrage.
Okay, so, I mean, it's an unimaginable thing to say. We all acknowledge that, and we had this conversation earlier. But our general manager, Mike Tannenbaum, who I'll remind you was a GM in